Hi, it's Bob from ourtraveladventures.com. Today I wanted to show you some highlights and give you some hits and tips about Dubrovnik, Croatia. We absolutely love Dubrovnik. If you've been following along, you know that we lost our hard drive that had all of our Croatia videos on it, but we were able to recover a few of them, and so wanted to at least share with you what we have. Dubrovnik's walls sit on top of the cliffs looking over the Adriatic. On a sunny day, the white walls gleam over the beautiful blue waters. You'll most likely start your visit at the Pile Gate on the west side of the city. When you see it written, it's spelled Pile, P-I-L-E, but pronunciation is close to Pile. I'm really not very good at Croatian pronunciations, but I'm doing my best here so that you can understand where you are. Taxis, rideshare, and buses all stop here at the large square outside the gate. As you walk into the walls, notice the moat you're crossing over. This bridge used to be a drawbridge that could be raised at night. One of the most popular activities in Dubrovnik is to walk on the city walls. You take a counterclockwise route along the 2 kilometer, about 1.2 miles circle with lots of stairs. And it gets really hot during the afternoon and crowded when cruise ships are in, so I would really recommend an early start. You don't have to make the whole circle, as there are 3 entrances and exits to the walls. I'll talk more about those in a minute. As you enter through the Pile Gate, you'll see a ramp to the left that leads actually to a great playground if you have little ones with you. Once you're inside the walls, you'll be in St. Saviour Square. The fountain on your right is Onofrio's big fountain. Water was brought in from the mountains by aqueduct to this fountain for the townspeople. You can actually start your walls walk right here, but you'll notice a long line of people getting ready to go up on the walls, and it's going to be crowded, and you're going to save the hardest part, the most stairs, for the end of your walk if you start here. I would actually recommend walking all the way down the Stratum, which is that big street that's straight in front of you, and entering near the Placi Gate. I'll walk you down the street here and show you exactly how to find that. Start with the fountain on your right, the St. Saviour Church on your left. The next building on your left is the Franciscan Monastery Museum, which has a little gargoyle just to the left of the entrance door. The stories say if you can balance on one leg for 3 seconds, your fondest dream will come true. You can tell by the stain on the wall that lots of people give it a shot. I had to try. It's a slippery little bugger though, and it can smash your shins as you fall off of it. So make sure you use some caution as you give this one a try, but it's fun to try. Looking down the Stratum, you can see the bell tower, which is at the far end of the street. Nothing is too far in the old town, and I definitely recommend getting off of the beaten paths and exploring. You can't get lost once you're inside the walls, because you hit a wall, you know you're at the edge, and you just start your way back. So as you continue down the Stratum, it's filled with shops, restaurants, and tourists. Check out the side streets and come back to visit those that interest you. We ate at a restaurant right here off of the Stratum, and it was fantastic. And also on the left side, as you walk up the hill, there's a wine bar at one point too. It was a lot of fun trying some Croatian wines, and they had charcuterie boards that we could order with it. Getting off the main drag gives you some fun choices in restaurants and bars that aren't nearly as crowded and full of tourists. This area is great people watching. You'll want to go through the archway that's to the left of the bell tower. This will lead you past the old port on your right toward the Monastery Museum. Watch for a wrought iron gate on your right and enter the walls without the crowds. This allows you to tackle the section with the most stairs first while you're freshest, and puts the refreshment station, which is a little bar on the side of the walls that overlooks the ocean or the sea. It will serve you waters, beers, ice creams, lots of different refreshments as you're wandering around the walls, and it's really a nice break later on in your journey around the walls. As you walk, notice the dark and bright orange tiles that are on the roofs of the buildings below you. The dark tiles are older original tiles. The bright orange ones were replaced after Dubrovnik went through the siege in 1991. They were actually shelled for about 8 months as they tried to earn their separation from Yugoslavia. About 2/3 of the buildings were damaged during that shelling. When you finish the circle, you'll be back by the old port. If you walk into the old port and along the walls on the right side of the port, go around the point in the walls, and you'll see the breakwater. Great views from the breakwater of the islands out in the Adriatic here. And you'll also, if you keep going, you'll come to a popular swim spot. They have showers for a rinse after the salt water, and lots of places on the rocks where you can catch some sun. Be careful getting in and out of the water. I definitely recommend using the ladders here, as the rocks and the coral are very jagged. We did see a few people that the waves had rushed up onto the rocks and they got cut up pretty bad. So be careful here if you are going to go swimming, and definitely use the ladders to get in and out. If you continue back through that arch that we came in from the stratum next to the bell tower, take a left and you'll see the Rector's Palace with the big arches on your left, and on the right is the St. Blaise Church. Follow the street that goes right behind the St. Blaise and you'll come into a square. Lots of restaurants here, seating out in the square, and then as you glimpse through the next alleyway, you'll see the Jesuit staircase. This is where, if you're a Game of Thrones fan at all, this is Cersei Lannister, where she did her walk of shame down this staircase. You'll definitely recognize it. There's actually lots of Game of Thrones sites in Dubrovnik and around Dubrovnik. Lots of filming was done here. You can get tours if you're interested in that, and they'll take you around to see all the different sites. There's a little restaurant at the bottom of the stairs on the left side that has taken an entrepreneurial stab with their stir-fried walk of shame. So of course, I had to get one of these, and we sat right here on the stairs and ate that. It was very enjoyable. Go ahead and climb the stairs, and we'll take you on a fun tour of the back alleyways to a couple of our favorite places to spend the afternoon. At the top of the stairs, the St. Ignatius Church is on your right. Go left through the square, but you're going to go against the building that's straight in front of you. Keep the restaurant with all of their umbrellas on your left, and that the gray building on your right, and you'll come to an alleyway at the far end of that square. This little alley leads out of the square, and you'll come to a junction that shows this sign, "Cold Drinks with the Most Beautiful Views." You can follow the sign to the right until you find a hole in the wall leading to the Buza bar. Buza actually means hole in the wall. So these are holes that were blown through the wall during that 1991 bombing that the Dubrovnik went through. They have capitalized, making the bar out here on the cliffs. So to the right, you'll go to the original Buza bar, or follow the path that we're taking here. If you turn left when you see that sign, even though the arrow points to the right, you just follow the alleyway along the city wall, and you'll find the newer of the Buza bars. Again, Buza is just a hole in the wall, so you're looking for a hole that goes through the wall. This bar has that no topless, no nude signage. You're looking through the hole in the wall. You come out and you just have this amazing view over the Adriatic and looking over the water. Unfortunately, this is right where our video corrupted, so I can't show it to you on the video. We did have some still shots, so here's some still shots to show you what you will see there. To give you an idea, between the two bars, the Buza to the right has amazing views and really has more shade to offer. So it's better on a bright sunny day if you're looking to sit in the shade and have some drinks. They do get more crowded. It's a little bit smaller bar, but there's a lot of room down on the rocks, so you can grab your drink and go sit down on the rocks there. They play kind of a mellower, romantic music, anything from Frank Sinatra vibe, kind of that idea. If you go to the left, however, it's a bigger area. They actually have stairs that allows you to get down into the water. They call it a beach area, but it's really rocky. But it does allow you to have water access, so you can go for a swim in between drinks. They don't have the shade, though. They do play a more modern kind of a dance music. Either way you choose, both bars are amazing, and you don't go wrong with either one that you do pick. If one's crowded, just head to the other one and see if you have a better chance getting a seat. If you head to the north end of town, it's a big climb up hill and up the stairs, but you'll find the Buja gate up there. Again, Buja, hole in the wall. So this is another spot that you're going to be able to enter and exit through the wall. Once you go through the gate, follow the signs to the Mount Surd cable car. If you buy your tickets right as you come out of the gate, you can actually skip some of the ticket line that's at the cable car itself, so it can save you some time. It's about a 5-minute ride on the cable car to go to the top, and the views are amazing as you're going up. Dubrovnik's such a beautiful city anyway, and you can see the walls, you can see the Adriatic behind it, just the beautiful view. There is a restaurant at the top, and we were able to get a table and just had a couple of drinks. We actually didn't order food, but sat there, had a couple of drinks. They are pricey, but with the view, the spectacular location that you're in, it definitely makes sense. While we were up there, there was even a wedding taking place. You can hike around up there, see the views from different areas, and just take a look around. Outside the Pila Gate, follow the waterfront to the Fort of St. Lawrence. Hope you noticed when you bought your ticket to walk the wall that it was also good for this fort. So if you saved your tickets, you can use them to get an entrance into this fort as well. This is another Game of Thrones film site and has incredible views of Dubrovnik and Mount Surd. The little harbor between Dubrovnik and the fort offers kayak rentals, but it isn't great for swimming. Instead, if you do want to go swimming, I would stay to the left as you leave the fort and just kind of follow it around the waterfront there, and you'll find this little bay. It was great for swimming. It had kayak rentals if you wanted to go out and do a little sea kayaking. And it has this really fun bar called the Dodo Bar, D-O-D-O bar, where you can sit on swings as your bar stools and sip your drink and enjoy the incredible view. Thanks for watching. Whether you joined us to get some hints and tips for your own vacation or just living vicariously through our adventures, we're glad you're here. Please hit the subscribe button and join us on our future adventures.